We just got the airplane back from the avionics shop, and my dad and I decided to do a couple of practice approaches to test out the new equipment. It's been about a month since my dad has gone under the hood and practiced instrument flying, so we're easing him back into it again with a couple of familiar approaches. I try to go easy on him when there's a gap in our training, but I do feel it's necessary to add this disclaimer. Stuff happens pretty fast when you're doing instrument work, and it requires lots of precision to make the flight run smoothly. That being said, it may sound like I'm not going so easy on him sometimes, but in reality, I just have to say things super fast and get a point across in a concise manner so he can implement my advice in time, especially on an approach. I didn't expect a glorious performance from my dad since it's been a while, but he certainly did better on both radios and approaches than I expected.
You remember what conditions have to be present for us to have to stop at this line?
Well, IFR.
More specific. Give me a ceiling and visibility.
Yeah, can't remember.
800 and 2 mile visibility. You can pull past it. We don't have those conditions right now.
San Marcos Tower, Cessna 80991 is ready to depart 13.
Cessna 80991, San Marcos Tower, hold short of runway 13 for landing traffic.
Hold short of 13 for landing traffic, 991.
I'd get in the habit of pointing it that way so you can see it oncoming airplanes. We don't really have much room to do it now, but...
Yeah, once it clears I'll swing a little bit over. Looks like a...
Yeah.
Not a King Air.
A Seminole.
Cessna 80991, runway 13 cleared for takeoff. Make a left turn out on course.
Left turn out on course, clear to go 13, 991. And looks like it's clear up there.
Alright.
Strobe lights are on.
Transponder altitude, carpet cold, mixture rich, flaps are set, fuel selector set, trim set for takeoff, lights are on. Run through that whole flow.
Entered runway 13.
San Marcos Tower, Sierra 607, Papa Charlie, ready to go in sequence.
Okay.
Sierra 607, Papa Charlie, San Marcos Tower, hold short of runway 13.
San Marcos Tower, Seminole 1 November.
Make sure you're off the brakes.
Downwind for runway 13, full stop.
Seminole 1 November Delta, stand by, I'll call your left base for a departure.
You'll call my base for 1 November Delta.
A hot day.
Yes, sir.
Sierra 607, Papa Charlie, runway 13 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 13, clear for takeoff. 607, Papa Charlie.
Seminole 1 November Delta, turn your base, runway 13 cleared to land.
Turn left base, runway 13, clear land for 1 November Delta.
Aztec 757, you'll be number 2 following a Piper Seminole on a left base now.
Copy, number 2 behind us, Seminole 757 looking.
Alright, I have the flight controls.
You got the controls. I have the controls.
You got the controls.
Aztec 757, runway 13 cleared to land.
Alright, turn left heading 060.
Gear down, 757.
Left to 060, 991.
This is 2 Papa Charlie. Let's see, it looks like you got some traffic just about 4.5 miles northeast of San Marcos, 2,000 feet. It's a PA-31, they're westbound.
Alright, been looking for the traffic. You said 607 Papa Charlie, correct?
607 Papa Charlie, roger, and contact Austin approach now.
Austin approach, 607 Papa Charlie.
And 1 November Delta exited.
See that airplane right there?
Contact ground.
Roger, exit runway 13 at Delta, 1 November Delta, the contacting ground.
I think it's worth taking a moment to explain some changes on our instrument panel. We just got the airplane back from the Avionics shop with some new equipment in the panel. Before, we had an old Narco Navcom linked to a CDI that was not equipped with glide slope. We also had a Narco AT-150 transponder that was pretty outdated. The FAA will mandate that any aircraft operating within certain airspaces be equipped with ADS-B output by the year 2020. ADS-B is a new GPS-based navigation system that allows air traffic control to see a more accurate representation of the aircraft in their airspace. This new transponder is equipped with ADS-B output, so our airplane is now ready for 2020. A plus about this Garmin GTX345 transponder is it's also equipped with ADS-B input as well. This means that instead of having to bring my Stratus for the iPad's GPS and weather reception, I can now just connect my iPad to the transponder via Bluetooth. Not to mention there will be no more turning dials to put a squawk code in. I like the buttons much better. We also replaced the old second CDI along with the Navcom with a new King CDI with glide slope and a Garmin GNC 255 Navcom. Having two glide slopes definitely provides a nice peace of mind when you're shooting an ILS in the clouds. I cut my dad a little slack on this flight, not only because it's been a while since he's had time to fly, but also because this is his first flight with all the new avionics.
Cessna 991 squawk 0242.
0242 on the spark, Cessna 991.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
975 Lima Victor is it at a 9,000 for 7,000. We have a minute weather for executive.
975 Lima Victor, Austin approach, altimeter 2975. You can plan on visual approach, runway 13.
Will do, 975 Lima Victor, thank you.
991, your radar contact 6 miles northeast of the San Marcos Airport, altimeter 2975.
2975 on the altimeter 991.
Number 991, and you wanted the RNAV to 17, correct?
ILS 13.
Negative, we like the ILS 13, 991.
991, roger, maintain VFR, turn left heading 290 vector final approach course.
Left 290, 991.
Maintain VFR. Be thorough.
And Austin, verify 1 Delta Foxtrot, we cancel flight following the side.
1 Delta Foxtrot, squawk VFR, change advisor frequency approved.
Alright.
VFR advisor.
You're ready. Start getting yourself ready.
Victor, turn rating 150, vector for sequence into executive.
That's set.
Maintain 5,000.
Altitude.
Number 991, how's the approach turn?
Missed approach. Go do another one.
We do a 991, we'd like doing this approach and then to do one more for a full stop.
Number 991, Fox, please assist approach, climb instructions, fly heading 360, maintain VFR, return this frequency.
991, 360, maintain VFR, return this frequency.
7 Papa Charlie, contact
Big
approach
set altitude,
125.32.
12532.
The throttle the way back. I'm sure your trim's not helping you either. You're fine. A lot of multitasking.
Number 5 Lima Victor, descend to maintain 4,000 and turn left heading 080.
0 on heading down to 4,000, 975 Lima.
Alright, what's your minimums?
793.
Okay.
Altitude.
Yep.
November 8 Hotel Papa, descend, maintain 5,000.
Sydney, we're down to 5, Hotel Papa.
Finish briefing the approach.
Nope, I'm looking at it.
Okay, I want you to brief it out loud.
Okay. Need to get AWOS.
Zulu wind 120 or 10, the weather is better than 5005, temperature 38, dew point 22, altimeter 2977, visual runway 13 approaching use. Parachute jumping in progress, ventures to airport located at approximately 8.5 miles southeast of San Marcos Airport. Advise when initial contact you have information.
Cessna 991, 4 miles from Gary's, turn left heading 160, maintain 3,000 until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 17, or correction, cleared ILS runway 13, approach into the George San Marcos Airport.
Left to 160, maintain 3,000 till established. We're clear for the ILS 13 San Marcos, 991.
There you go.
Hello, approach Southwest 3282. We're out at 12-8, descending via the legs. Information. Bravo.
Made that turn a little late.
Southwest 3282, Austin approach, expect 7 right.
So notice your needles are already coming in. So just ease that, just continue that turn real gently. Continue that turn over to final approach course. Remember, interpolate. Make note of how fast those needles are coming in, and make a judgment on how fast you should keep that turn coming.
A little too fast there.
Also use your track, because you got it there. Alright, so you're established. What do you do now?
Well, I can descend down 2,700.
Okay. Get onto those needles. Get onto the needles. Get them centered up. Remember, your gyro may not be showing you what you're doing over the ground, so you got it.
Cessna 9091, contact San Marcos Tower.
Going to tower, Cessna 8091.
Well, your radio works good.
Yeah, don't say that.
It is. You're doing fine.
San Marcos Tower, Cessna 80991's with.
ILS 13.
80991 San Marcos Tower, runway 13, cleared for the option.
991, clear for the option 13.
Hold it, hold it. You're above glide slope. Don't pull up.
Well, I'm 2,700. I need to main.
No. Look, your glide slope's below you. Keep descending. You're almost at Gary's. And according to the approach plate, you should be at 2440 by Gary's. Get down, don't lose it, don't lose it. You're gonna have to go miss if you go full deflection. There you go, keep that descent rate coming and smoothly intercept that glide slope. All the while be watching your track, make sure you don't blow through the localizer. There you go, start easing some power in. Ease some power in. There you go. Arrest that descent rate, bring it up to about 400 to 500 feet a minute. And start thinking about slowing her down to about 75. You don't have to do it all at once, just start getting the airplane going in that direction.
Right.
Watch your track. You're over 10 degrees difference. Constant scan, be looking at everything. Bring it back to the left. Bring it back to the left. You went through the localizer. Remember, just match these two numbers and you're golden. Know what I mean?
Yep.
You're doing good on the glide slope.
San Marcos Tower, Cessna 810 Sierra Alpha, holding short, runway 13, ready for takeoff.
Cessna 810 Sierra Alpha, San Marcos Tower, runway 13, cleared for takeoff. Proceed on course.
Down just a little bit.
Clear to take off, runway 13,
Watch that track. Watch that track. I shouldn't have to be pointing at it. When I point at it, you jerk the yoke over because that's the first time you've seen it in a while. So, be watching it. Be watching it pretty often. You'll be watching everything. Watch that glide slope. Doing good. Ease it back down on that glide slope. Give me some call outs.
$700.
About 500 now.
500.
When you said 700, it was actually 600.
Yeah, I just caught that.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go. Good catch. A little power to fix that glide slope. Watch your track. It's going to get a lot more sensitive down low like this. So you want to really stay on top of it. Watch that descent rate, watch that glide slope, watch the localizer, watch your track.
300.
Okay. Watch your track, watch your track. Constant scan. Eyeballs moving constantly.
200. Or almost 200.
Close enough.
200 now.
San Marcos Tower, Cessna 625.
100.
Is 5 miles to the west. Request for change.
I didn't put any flaps down or
That's
anything.
alright, that's alright. You're still a little fast.
568, thanks.
This late in the approach, I wouldn't worry about it.
Minimums.
Okay. Do you see the runway?
Yeah.
I hope not. You're still in the clouds.
Well, you threw me there when you said that I see the runway.
It's called a training mindset. Don't be in the training mindset. I've made that same mistake before. Don't get me wrong. But if the instructor or the examiner or whoever doesn't tell you to take off the hood...
Do I need to tell Tal I'm going miss?
Yeah, you can go ahead and say we're on the mist.
San Marcos Tower, Cessna 991's on the miss.
Cessna 991, roger.
He said cleared for the option, so technically we have the option. We can, we can do what we need. That was a good approach.
I take the blame for confusing my dad right there at the missed approach point, where I asked, "Do you see the runway?" About a year ago, I did an instrument proficiency check with another CFI, and I was asked the same question in the same situation at the bottom of an ILS. The CFI asked if I could see the runway while I still had the hood on, and I said, "I don't know, do I?" And he said, "Well, you've still got the simulated IMC attached to your face, so I hope you don't." At that point, I caught on to what he wanted me to do, and I executed the missed approach. This is called the training mindset, where the student blindly awaits instructions regarding what to do next instead of using critical thinking to figure it out. Of course, I goofed up my communication about what having the hood on means for my dad, so the confusion was my fault. We cleared up the fact that if he still has the hood on for simulated IFR conditions, he's still in simulated IMC, and if it's off, he's in visual conditions. A flight between a student and an instructor is a learning experience for both parties. It's a two-way street. A student learns new skills and techniques from an instructor, and the instructor learns how to better teach a student with every flight. One of the most frustrating things I've ever experienced in an airplane is flying with an instructor that thinks they are the all-knowing aviation god that can do no wrong, and they have nothing to learn. I think we could all agree that it helps a student immensely when they have an instructor that's willing to admit when they do or say something that's incorrect or confusing. No matter how many flight hours or ratings you have, every pilot always has a lot they have yet to learn. Adopting a humble attitude will take you a long way, not only in aviation, but in life as well, and I hope these videos help inspire all aviators to stay humble and keep learning.